and welcome back to 10 out of 10 with Watch Again with Lauren and Ross.
Hello.
So, obviously, this episode was supposed to be out last week, but our computer had other options. I tried to paint it as a sign from whatever cosmic force there is that we shouldn't do Dog Soldiers, because there is nothing I love more than not giving Ross the smugness that he deserves. Do you know what I mean?
Look, I can't help being a champion.
No, that's fair. So, obviously, after our versus week, when Ross brought up Dog Soldiers, I was horrified and disgusted. But the Instagram DMs said different. Everyone was like, no, Dog Soldiers is quality. And it is quality. I'm not saying it's a terrible movie. I just didn't think werewolves fitted in sea animals versus land animals. But who am I? Who am I?
Now, to be fair, you won that round. You just lost the rest of them.
I did. Oh, don't worry. For next verses, I am locked in. I am not going easy on you, big man.
Locked in, bro. Locked in, bro. I'm geeked, bro.
Shut up, you tart. Anyway, so this week, a week late, we are doing 2002's belter Dog Soldiers. Ross, hit me with your pitch.
As champion,
Get it up, you.
right, this is all I'm going to say about it. Released May 2002.
Yep.
Directed by Neil Marshall, who's famous for 2019 Hellboy.
Oh, wait.
No, shocker one. Shite one.
2019 David Harbour?
Yes.
Oh, no, right, no bother.
Right. Doomsday. Do you remember that one?
No.
It's when there was a mad virus in the UK, and the place that had the cure or the scientists for it was in Glasgow.
Nice.
Right.
Do you know, my brain went to that one with The Rock, but I think that's just called Doom rather than Doomsday.
That, and he also done The Descent. Good movie.
I like The Descent.
Yeah.
Cool. Right, okay, so like 2 out of 4 he gets.
Then the starring Sean Pertwee, Liam Cunningham, and Kevin McKidd.
Heel toe.
And a budget of 2.3 million, a box office of 5 million, with a runtime of 1 hour and 44 minutes.
And honestly, perfect. Like, perfect. This movie does not fuck about.
No.
So, general overview of the movie. A group of soldiers on a training mission come into contact with werewolves. Blood and guts and mayhem ensue.
That's basically the podcast now.
I know.
Episode done.
That's us.
Cheers, guys.
Pack up. Yeah, see you next week. Bye. I also need to think of a different way to do general overviews, because I feel like every one of our general overviews is just like mayhem ensues. Like your part's pish, Lauren. Do you know what I mean?
I mean, what else can you say about this movie?
Do you know what I mean?
Soldiers going away, werewolves. Boom.
Boof boof.
Aye.
Boom, there's your dinner.
your
literally, boom, there's your
Aye.
dinner. Right, we'll dive into thoughts and opinions. So, this movie, and I know I've said this about a good few movies that we've done, because I love nothing more than a wee hour 30, hour 40 bad boy, right? But this movie genuinely does not fuck about.
No.
Like, you are literally, and I'm not joking because I paused it to get the timestamp, 2 minutes and 49 seconds into this movie, you get the first, like, bloody kill.
Yeah.
And, like, it's really effective. It's like 2 campers in a tent, and then you see the zip like slowly go down, and then it's just like claws and blood spatter and
Yeah.
But like, I love shit like that. Seeing like any like Friday the 13th or like any of those, like any camping horror movie, when like a zip slowly goes down or there's like rustling outside of a tent. Like Blair Witch obviously does it the best when it's like, what the fuck is that? Like, do you know what I mean? So we jump back. I was going to say we jump ahead. No, we don't. We jump back 2 hours earlier to see our Kevin McKidd.
The Belgian.
The Belgian from Scotland.
Scotland.
Not Scotland like Gerard Butler. Actual Scotland.
Scotland.
Freedom.
Scotland.
So big Kevin McKidd flailing about. Also, can we put Kevin McKidd up there with like actors that have a terrible run?
Oh, 100%.
Because his run is like, that's Phoebe for Friends part, do you know what I mean? He's flailing about.
I wonder why actors can't run.
I personally think Tom Cruise has a terrible run.
Oh, he does, it's shocking.
No, my dad says he's got a firm run. Harrison Ford, he's another one that's got a shocking run.
Like, the worst one has got to be Steven Seagal.
Oh, hands down.
Like, he's the only guy I've seen run that his ponytail doesn't move.
Fights people for a chair and that. Aye, so anyway, sorry. Kevin McKidd flailing about. He's basically doing a trial mission to see if he can join the special forces, special
It's like a
forces.
special ops group or something. Like, it doesn't really go into detail about why he's doing it, but yeah, I think he's to evade capture for a X amount of time. I'm not sure. It doesn't tell you.
Special Ops is also run by Liam Cunningham,
Aye.
who I'll get into the rest of it, right? I'm so sorry, but justice for Liam Cunningham, by the way, because see when this guy gets a chance to play a bad guy, he's a menacing bastard.
He's good at it. He's very good at it.
He was in that Three Body Problem on Netflix as the bad guy. Great in that. Harry Brown, remember Harry Brown?
Yeah.
He was good in that.
He's a dude in the pub, isn't he?
Yep.
Nice.
He's also in that Let Us Pray movie that you really enjoyed. The one with the woman nun. And it was like the trailer was out and it looked terrible. And you didn't even wait for me to watch it. You sat and watched it yourself. And you were like, this has been the worst 2 hours of my life.
I think Liam Cunningham's very underrated. Like,
I agree.
Even in like Game of Thrones and that, he's good in it.
Yep, totally.
Like, he's had a very solid career and he's good in most things he's in.
He's one of those ones, like, I would like to say, and tell me if I'm being too bold, right? I think Liam Cunningham is like the Irish James Cosmo, where he's in Everton and he just, see if you want just a solid, nae flares, nae frills performance, Liam Cunningham's your Irish version.
He just comes in, smashes it and gets to the next job.
100%. Like, James Cosmo, I would say, is the Scottish equivalent of that, because he's in fucking Everton. And, like, from big things to wee things, do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't think that guy's had a day off since the 70s, do you know what I mean? So, anyway, sorry. Back. So, Liam Cunningham is, like, the head of the special ops. Captures Kevin McKidd and is like, if only you'd lasted another hour. Then there's, like, a German shepherd that's, like, obviously barking away to get him caught. And Liam Cunningham's like, to win, you need to shoot the dog. And Kevin McKidd, being sound as fuck, is like, of course I'm not shooting the dog. And, like, this is seen as, like, a sign of weakness and basically he's not allowed in special ops. But I'm sorry, a job interview that makes you shoot a dog, get yourself to fuck.
I mean, Kingsman had that and all.
Kingsman?
Remember the movie Kingsman?
Oh, yeah.
Kill the dog.
Bastards. I basically moral of, if a job interview ends with you being told to shoot a dog, the job's no for you, unless you're a total arsehole.
I mean, it just shows you though, because I think there was 6 or 7 of them at that bit.
Yep.
They're all arseholes because they all killed a dog.
Bastards, man.
Aye, fucking wrongins.
Then we actually do jump forward to Sean Pertwee and the army guys. They've basically been pulled into performing, it was an exercise, like an army exercise.
Yeah, it was basically, I think, it was them against the special ops. It was maybe a training, like a training thing, like it was not live round, dummy rounds.
Yeah.
And I think it was just kind of, you have to capture or, like, so-called kill the other team.
Yeah. Catch the flag in the army sense of the word. And we see that Kevin McKidd has joined the army boys with Sean Pertwee and the troops. And you get the usual, see when it's this kind of thing, you get the usual, like, lads patter, where it's like, I'd rather be at home watching the football, or, like, where's my bird? And
It's all the squaddy patter into it.
Yeah. And, like, it's England versus Germany, isn't it? That's, like, the big game that they're all moaning about, and Pertwee's like, right, move your arse, if we finish this quick enough, we'll all be up the road to watch it, kind of thing. Again, in another case of that this movie does not fuck about, that whole bit, like, with Sean Pertwee introducing his soldier pals, goes in for, like, 3 minutes, and you know exactly who's what. You know who the wise guy is, you know who the shite bag is, you know who the smart are. Like, do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then they're kind of, it's not camping in a cave, it's more like a clearing with rocks. It's not really a cave.
Yeah.
And they're all kind of sharing, like, army horror stories, which are pretty much as grim as you can imagine. Like, Pertwee's talking about his pal that said, like, what was it, the devil would always have his arse kind of thing. Yeah. And then he got blown up, and the only bit of him that wasn't charred and ruined was the devil tattoo on his arse kind of thing. And they're all kind of sharing stories like that, and then they start talking about a group of campers that were found bloodied and torn apart. But they're kind of talking about it as if it's an urban legend, but we know. We fucking know.
We seen it at the start. We know what's going on.
Do you know what I mean? We're locked in, bro.
Geeked out, bro.
This movie kind of does, like, a Poundland Predator, where, like, in Predator, when they're obviously being watched, the Predator's vision is, like, thermal, But obviously, I don't know if they just couldn't afford those effects, because when the werewolves are watching them, everything's just like grey sepia tone. Do you know what I mean? It's not quite black and white. It's not full brune sepia. It's like something like that. But you're starting to get obviously we know because we watched the people in the tent, but you're starting to, like, see if you walked in and you missed the first 2 minutes and 49 seconds of this movie, you would be like, something's occurring here. Do you know what I mean?
They give away the premise of this movie, like, for the start, so there shouldn't be a surprise to anyone being like, fuck, that's werewolves.
Yeah. The movie's called Dog Soldiers, do you know what I mean? The fucking poster is like a giant werewolf in a forest, do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I feel like they could have done better in maybe making it a surprise. See, like in the movie done The Descent, where that was... like, that totally changed the full movie.
The Descent is so good.
Oh, yeah, it's stunning movie.
So good. Because, like, that's another one, though, like, that kind of Dust Till Dawns it, where, like, you think it's just lassies going cave diving, which looks like a terrible pastime. And then, obviously, it descends. Ooh, descends. Wow. Into, like, obviously, whatever the fuck those things are. Do you know what I mean? Descent's good. Get Descent on the list. We might do that. Anyway, back to Dog Soldiers. So... they continue their exercise, takes them deeper and deeper into the Scottish woodland. Looks stunning because they're in Scotland. And we then see that somebody set off a flare. So they're like, yes, get it up, the special ops guys. We've clearly won this training exercise. And they boost over. And as they boost over, they go into the special ops campsite.
Yeah.
And everything is like shredded. There's blood everywhere. Things are wrecked, and as they're like looking through everything, they find that the special ops guys have actual bullets, like tranquilizers, grenades, all this kind of shit. So they're all kind of like, here, wait a minute, what's going on here? And then obviously the first, I don't know if I would say jump scare, but the first jump scare, I'm like, I wouldn't say that, I've just said it. The first jump scare of the movie, when Liam Cunningham kind of leaps out and he's all like shredded and he's like, there was only supposed to be one, and you're like, ooh, one of what? What could that possibly mean? Do you know what I mean? If the movie hadn't already kicked off, this is where it really fucking kicks off into like full army man chaos, where like obviously as soon as Liam Cunningham's like, there was only supposed to be one, and they're all like, what are you talking about? And then you hear the like the wolf howling in the background. Don't make me do that again, that was terrible. And that's where like basically this movie just goes to shit. Like, your man Bruce Campbell, one of the soldiers, he's the first one, he's like running away, gets impaled on a tree, and then like you instantly see him get ripped off the tree, and it's just guts and intestines everywhere. It's funny in doing this podcast, right, of how many movies are linked together. Like, obviously we did like Tucker and Dale versus Evil, where someone else gets impaled. We've done a couple of impalings on this pod.
Yeah, they seem to like a good impaling in like low budget horrors.
Didn't they?
It must be easier to do.
Aye, or it's just a guy they don't like, and they're like, I just run over there. Sean Pertwee, then the noble Pertwee, he goes in to investigate, and as he turns around, he gets a full chib to the stomach. And this is so gross, because like as soon as he gets chibbed, guts are hanging out of him, and big Kevin McKidd's straight over there trying to jam those fuckers back into his belly.
Aye, that's gross, because you hear all the squelching and all that. It's grim.
And like, I was going to make a joke of like, oh, this is Kevin McKidd getting ready for Grey's Anatomy, but this movie came out like years before he was even in Grey's Anatomy.
Yeah, it must have been a good 9 years or something, I imagine.
It was something like that.
Something crazy, isn't it?
Basically, we get to see part of his, like, I don't want to say medical prowess, because I feel like jamming intestines back into your stomach isn't exactly like George Clooney ER levels, do you know what I mean? But we're getting there.
I mean, what else could you do? You just ram them in there and try and patch them up, innit?
I'm not doing that for you. If anything like that happens to you, I'm not touching that.
You may go for about 8 inches of fat to get to it. It'll be alright. Fucking wade through all the blubber. Fuck's sake. Just leave me to die, I'll be happier.
Fuck off, Ross. Anyway, so like, this movie as well does that thing that just itches my brain, where like, when there's monsters in it and it takes you ages to actually see the monster, like genuinely, I don't think you see the full up close werewolves until like an hour in. But, like, up till now, we're kind of like, you see a claw, you see an arm, you see a leg, you see it, like, running through the trees, like, so fucking fast that you're like, what is that? And we'll get into it later on because we'll talk about when the werewolves actually come in. I think these werewolves look great.
Oh, see the practical effects in this, like 100%.
Do you know what I mean?
Like, for being such a low budget movie, like, this movie's smart and there's not a lot of sets in it. It's just we go for the Highlands to a house to base. That's it. So you can tell they've put all the effort into, right, we need to make these look good, or we don't have. There's not a lot else in this movie that can look good, if you know what I mean.
Totally get it. And obviously that's been a way how they've tried to, like, work around the low budget of, like, we can't show too much, so, like, here's a claw, here's this, and it works, man. Like, it keeps you being like, what are these things actually going to look like? Because in a lot of werewolf movies, and I don't know if this is absolute, like, slander here, right, but bear with me. See, when you get past the initial, like the best things about werewolf movies are the werewolf and the werewolf transformation.
Yeah.
That's really all anybody gives a fuck about. And, like, the better the transformation, the more, like, obviously American Werewolf in London's the one that started that. Like, that transformation's fully, not started it, obviously there was werewolf movies before, but I mean, the full practical, like, you can see bones stretching, you can see, like, the spine going, that kind of thing. This movie doesn't really do that. It's more of a, like, duck under the table and then jump back up.
Yeah.
But a lot of times in werewolf movies, the werewolf doesn't look great. Van Helsing, I'm looking at you. Do you know what I mean?
It's just the CGI in that, though. Don't need to CGI that. If you can afford the CGI to do it, you can afford to make a costume.
Totally.
Like, I mean, I think with American Werewolf in London, right, in regards to how it changes, he looks in pain.
Yes.
And you didn't really see that before, but
no, it was mostly like shirt ripping and like fur appearing, like that kind of thing. Whereas, American Werewolf, and that scene feels like it goes on for a long time.
Aye.
It probably doesn't. Like, that scene's probably like 3 minutes long or something, but it feels like you're watching this guy in agonising pain for a long time.
Yeah.
And I do feel like sometimes in werewolf movies, the werewolf can kind of look a bit like a deranged chihuahua. Like, do you know what I mean? There's some, like, when they try and make the snout too short and all this kind of thing. Whereas this movie kind of sticks to, this is just a fucking big wolf. As someone who is genuinely terrified of actual real life wolves, it's fucking effective, mate. Because even I was like, oh.
I know, the weird looking, the guy, I don't even know who it is who played, like, the werewolves in it. But it's, like, it looks good, and, like, they're just big, like, and towering bastards, do you know what I mean?
100%.
As they should be.
I'll tell you who played the werewolves when we get to useless information, because I don't think you'll guess. I think this is going to come out of left field for you.
Aye, good.
Anyway, right, we'll dive back in. We have been on so many tangents, and we're literally just at the start of the film. So, as they're running away from the werewolves, they fall onto the road, and out of fucking nowhere, this random woman in a Range Rover is... We'll fucking get into her in a minute, right? Big Megan, right? Megan is in a Range Rover. They all week into the back of the Range Rover, and they go off to this cottage, right? Cottage, the most, like, idyllic Scottish cottage.
Yeah.
You could Scottish cottage. Say that
Scottish
10 times fast. Scottish cottage. Like, it's the most idyllic wee cottage you could ever think of. Everything's like wooden beams and the bricks and blah blah blah. Like, that probably cost a fortune on Rightmove, do you know what I mean? But they all bringe in, and they're all kind of like, oh, you came out of nowhere. And she's like, yes, I heard screams and I came to get you. Did you, aye? Did you? Aye. So, as they're in the cottage, Kevin McKidd, just the dog lover that he is, makes pals with that wee collie.
Yeah.
That collie should have been, like, a name in the top credits. 100%.
Top billing easily.
100%. Wee Sam the collie.
Was that his name?
Wee Sam.
Nice.
Wee Sam the collie. So, Megan says that she'll drive them to Fort William. Big up Fort William. She says she'll drive them to Fort William to get her. Actually, no, wait a minute. Tangent number 12, right? Shout out to the Volley in Fort William for being the weirdest fucking place I have ever been to in my life. So, like, my best pal used to stay up in Fort William, and we used to go up and visit her. And the Volley is this pub. If you've ever been, you know exactly what I'm going to say. If you've never been, let me take you on a trip, right? You walk in and it looks like an old man's pub, right? Everton's heavy casual. But, I mean, there's only 3 places you can go for a night out in Fort William, right? And the Volley's, like, kind of like the best one.
Yeah.
And I mean that in italics, do you know what I mean? But it is the only place I've been to where, like, people are, like, dancing on the snooker tables to Limp Bizkit, swiftly followed by Lionel Richie, swiftly followed by GBX. Then you get some Korn. Then it's, like, Mariah Carey. It is the maddest. It's so cheap as well, by the way, and the drinks are strong and just mental. Like, you're just surrounded by mental people dancing to mental stuff. But I mean that in the best possible way. So, like, if you are the Volley and you think I'm slandering you, I'm absolutely not, Big Chief. I've had some good nights in there. But yeah, shout out to the Volley in Fort William, and I really hope that Kevin McKidd went there after this. So anyway, sorry, enough about Fort William. So Megan's like, I'll take you to Fort William, but as they get out to the car, the werewolves have shredded this fucking motor.
There's the engine and the fuel thing have destroyed, isn't it?
Yeah. It's like the usual thing, but of just like wires everywhere, and they're all like, oh no, we clearly can't get anywhere in this.
So convenient.
Yeah, but like, as this is going on, you see like the sepia tone werewolf thing of like, they're all fucking circling, like there's a team of them, like about 6 roundabout.
Still at this stage though, they're still kind of like, what was that? What? How could you not tell like what's going on?
Yeah, 100%. But then this is again when it just gets fucking stupid, right? So Sam the collie, because it's a fucking collie, sees Sean Pertwee's intestines lying about and starts trying to like pull his intestines out of his guts as the werewolves are chasing the guys outside in, trying to ram me in the doors, and it's just a lot is fucking going on in like this one scene.
It's a very crazy 5 minutes.
100%. And Liam Cunningham is like sitting there screaming, "Shit the dog," and then big Terry whitey's on him, and that's fucking karma. Stop trying to shoot dogs, or you will be whited on.
There's like no reason to fucking want to kill dogs all the time.
Into like Jinky was like bit by a dog as like a Wayne and is like, bastards.
I think he's just an asshole.
See, do you know, I always love like, see when there's like a villain in a movie and like they could be up to like the most heinous crimes and then they do something to an animal and everyone's like, that's fucking too far.
Like you kill man, woman, child, kill a dog, fuck you.
100%. So they've obviously beat back the first wave of werewolves and they're trying to get all prepped. And Megan's just kind of walking about in the back and she seems to fucking know a lot about werewolves. She's like, oh, I am here and I've been studying them. Why the fuck are you studying werewolves, mate?
Yeah, how does she, like, I mean, it's bizarre enough, this, like, the plot of this anyway.
Yeah.
But it's like, she knows there's werewolves, nobody else seems to know anything about the werewolves, but she figured it out somehow.
Aye, and she's, like, trying to tell Kevin McKidd all this stuff of how basically they're, like, the wolf version of the army, like, they work in teams, they're smart, they'll come in waves, blah, blah, blah. But Kevin, like, she's trying to, like, I don't know if humanize is the right word, but she's trying to humanize the werewolves to them.
Yeah.
But Kevin McKidd's having fucking none of it. He's like, nope, they're an enemy and they will be slain. And you're like, of course they will.
And that's as far as he's concerned. If they're coming to attack him, he's going to fight back.
After Megan kind of hits out with her like werewolf knowledge and that she knows how to track them and all that, this is kind of like the 5-minute piece of the film. Like, this is literally the quietest 5 minutes. And I say that, it's not really, but, like, they have, like, a reprieve. And this is the grimmest bit ever, but this is your favourite bit. Oh, and I will put a tenner right now on that this is your favourite scene, right? Where Kevin McKidd takes Sean Pertwee up the stair and he's like, we'll super glue your stomach together to keep your intestines in. And Pertwee's having none of it. He's pissed. He's having none of it. And tells Kevin McKidd to knock him out. And McKidd socks him a fucking belter. And he goes from like screaming to just like snoring. Do you know what I mean?
He's knocked him clean out.
Yeah.
Fucking hit me.
It's so fucking funny. It's always funny. Like, I know it's coming every time. And I'm still gutting myself every time I see it. So then this is where we get the obligatory like army montage of like arming up and suiting up, but instead of like guns and stuff, they're like boiling water on pots and somebody finds a fucking sword and they're like finding all these kitchen knives and stuff like that.
Yeah, so this is kind of like your them preparing.
Yep.
And it's the exposition, like, scenes of this, if you will, was
Yep.
right, this is what we're going to do. This is how we need to do it. But it is all just, why the fuck is there a claymore in that fucking house?
Yeah, right. And then I understand, like, the electric, like, turkey knife thing,
Yeah.
but where the fuck are you keeping a claymore?
Yeah, like, what? Like, I was thinking, what would you use that for in a cottage? Like, I was thinking, a farm, but I was like, why the fuck would a farm have a claymore?
Yeah, what the fuck are you doing? This is where we get the kind of, like, this is our final stand speech kind of thing. This is the big one, the one we've all been waiting for. Like,
it's like, this is now or never.
Yeah.
Like, you still don't know or believe what's going on out there.
You're in heavy denial that you're
Aye.
fighting werewolves, big man. While this is all going on, my kid's looking at Liam Cunningham, and Liam Cunningham's looking shifty as fuck. Like, for a guy who's been chibbed by werewolves and was literally a ball hair away from death, he's looking alright. And he's kind of trying to, like, antagonize them and be like, there's no fucking way you're beating these guys. Like, ask Megan what she knows. And I'm like, I understand, right, that they're trying to be like, ooh, is Megan possibly shifty? Everything Megan is doing so far is shifty as fuck.
Oh, aye.
Like, that's all very well and good that you happen to run into us and gave us your cottage, but you're no selling yourself here. And, like, my kid's not buying it either, and he goes over Liam Cunningham and he's like, what's going on with you? And basically, like, rips his shirt, and they see that the bandages aren't bloody and, like, his chest healed. And we know what that means.
Yeah.
But my kid is like, that's fucking weird. And then just walks away. So this is where the werewolves start their, like, second or third attack. Third attack
It's
by
like
this
the third
point.
wave or something, man.
Yeah. And they, like, shut off the generator. So, like, the cottage is in, like, pitch black. Everyone's on edge. Everyone's heavy stressed. Werewolves start hammering at the doors, hammering at the windows. And then it just, again, goes into full-blown madness where, like, they smash all the windows. They're, like, dragging people out. Like, this is really effective because you're not seeing the full werewolf yet. You're seeing, like, an arm round someone's body, dragging them out. You see a claw coming in, trying to get people. A snout sniffing. Like, this just stays beautiful. It's only until one of them smashes through the window where Sean Pertwee's passed out that you see it in its full grandeur.
Aye.
And it's fucking huge and it looks incredible. Like the wolf head and the body, and you can see like this thing's towering over them.
Oh god, aye.
And this is where, like, my kid's trying to wake up Pertwee, being like, fucking... I mean, I should be calling them by their character names, but I can't remember their character names. Like,
That's not important in this.
Shut up, we're here to talk about werewolves, right? And, you like, when my kid's, like, trying to wake Pertwee up, he's like, fucking get up. And Pertwee gets up at, like, the last moment as, like, the werewolf standing there, and he's like, what the fuck is this?
Yeah, I feel like he takes... Like, he must have had to have a set amount of time for filming, Pertwee, because... Like, through the middle of this movie, he's just not in it.
Yeah.
So I think they'll be like, right, you've got 4 days of filming or whatever it would be, I don't know. But is it, right, you've got me for this time, so what parts do you want me for?
Yep.
Because it is convenient, is it, I'm just laid up in bed.
Aye.
Then is it, you either didn't want to do this or you were filming in between.
Yeah, totally. My arsehole. My favourite bit about this whole scene, never mind actually seeing the full werewolf in its fucking 9-foot glory, is Kevin McKidd shouting, will you just fuck off? As he's like trying to throw things at it. Like the most Scottish response to anything. Like, that's like that video of the Scottish guy shouting at the orcas, like, fuck off, no the day.
He's out in his wee paddle boat or something.
Yeah. So while obviously this carnage is going on up the stairs, Megan watches Terry get ripped out the window.
Oh, God.
But then she like runs over to the window and like wistfully looks out, and it's like, Megan Hen, like you're no keeping a low profile here. Like I can smell it off you. Like,
yeah, she's for that might be like a secret thing that she's very blatantly giving it away here.
Yeah. And this is the bit where she cuts her hand on the window. And then, like, 20 minutes later, it's healed, and she's like, oh, nothing, this is pure fine. It's like, Megan Hen.
Yeah, like, get a break.
Megan Hen. So, they manage to bat off the werewolves again, and they're all trying to kind of see who's injured, who's not, get some inventory on the go. And Liam Cunningham is in that rocking chair, just rocking back and forward, looking menacing as fuck. And I'm sorry, but at this point, I'd be like, right, you tube. And they've basically been trying to get out of him why the special ops were in the forest and why they had actual ammo when the army guys had like rubber bullets. But instead of answering their questions about the special ops, he starts trying to find plot holes in Megan's story and trying to make her look like an arsehole. And then she fully turns around and is like, shut up, Ryan. And everyone's like, oh my God, you know his name. Oh my God. And again, I'm like, Megan, if we're trying to be covert here, you fucked it. Do you know what I mean?
Oh, she's like the worst. She's just the worst person ever.
Yeah, she's a pain in the arse, man.
Wouldn't tell her the fucking time.
100%. So Megan then says that there's a Land Rover in the barn. How convenient, babe.
Don't get me started.
Fucking convenient. No, get yourself started, big man.
It's just so fucking annoying. This is one of the issues with this movie is that, so they have the wee bits where the werewolves up there, then it's like, we'll drip feed you this, we'll drip feed you that, and it's like, fuck off. In that situation, you would not be so, so after this, wait, there is another motor? I don't know if there's anything in it though.
Why did you not tell me about that we're dodging into A territory here? But like, why the fuck did you not tell me about the other motor? Like the second, like you didn't need to leave the front door to see that motor was fucked. You literally could have looked out the window. But instead of being like, oh man, I can't believe we don't have a motor, Megan's like, oh look, I found one in the barn behind our house. Shut up. She's still adamant that this isn't her house, this is our neighbour's house. But Kevin McKidd's like, I've not seen anywhere else in. Like, where the fuck are you from?
Yeah, because what is it she says? The nearest neighbour's 4 miles?
4 hours away.
Or is it 4 hours? I couldn't remember if it was hours or miles, but so why did you just happen to be there? There is a lot of, I mean, at this point, Kevin McKidd is starting to be like, right, no, there is something up here.
There's something fucky's afoot.
I mean, it's taken him about 6 years to get there, but he is starting to be like, nah, used to up to something.
Aye, 100%. But being the noble soldier that he is and wanting to get his troops out of there, he starts trying to figure out who can hotwire a car and how they can get out there. Now, one of the guys, is Spoons the one that goes for the motor, or is Spoons the one that does the shouting?
Oh, I think he might be the
shouty one.
Oh, I can't remember now. No, he's the one that does all the shouting, remember?
Yeah. Hi, I'm a shouty man.
He's the one that runs out with the flare and all that.
Yeah.
No, that's Spoon, yeah.
So Spoon runs out the front to distract the werewolves with like flares and being like, fucking come and have a go if you think you're hard enough. And which is always like, of course, right?
Oh, so English.
100%. Sit down, right? And as one of the other ones runs into the barn to hotwire the car. This bit gets me every fucking time. And I don't know why I forget that it's coming, but it annoys me. And I mean annoys me in the best possible way, right? So your man like hotwires the car, sees a werewolf eating his pal, and is like, right, I'm just going to reverse here, right? Gets out of the barn, gets the motor to the front door, and you're like, phew, these crazy kids are going to make it after all. And then you just see the, like, hot breath go past his face, and you're like, gotta give these guys a break, man, like 5 minutes.
And what is it he says? Oh, you're behind me, aren't you?
Aye.
Then he just turns around and says, I'm fucking having you.
Yeah. And funnily enough, the werewolf wins because they all come running out, open the back door, and the werewolf's like, nim, like eating their wee pal. At this point, now we thought we had the final stand speech before. At this point, this is like, right, we're fucked, troops. We just need to try and get out of here at any point. So you have Kevin McKidd, Spoons, a fucked and injured Pertwee, tied up Liam Cunningham just being shifty and menacing as fuck, and Megan who's also being shifty as fuck. And basically this is where they couldn't crowbar in any more football analogies if they tried. God. It's very like, we're 3-0 down and the game's nearly finished and I want a level fucking playing field. You're like, oh, take it, my kid, I take it.
I like football.
I am man. I like football. Liam Cunningham then starts to kind of come clean and is like, we were never a special ops exercise. We were basically using yous as bait. Using the army boys as bait to entice the werewolves out. because basically they've been trying to track the werewolves and see if they can, like, use the werewolves, like, turn the werewolves into special ops or whatever, which, see, in any movie that is, like, we're going to use these monsters as, like, a way to... No, these monsters are never helping.
Works. Never works.
It's like Deep Blue Sea when they're like, oh, we're going to test dementia medicine on the sharks. And the sharks get fucking smart and they're like, oh no, who saw this coming?
Yeah, is it? Oh, these sharks are smart now. How are they doing this? Is it? You've done it to them.
Into your arseholes.
Fucking Jurassic... Was it Jurassic World? Or we're going to use them for the US Army? Is it?
Oh, yeah.
Fucking dinosaurs.
Yeah.
Fucking dinosaurs.
The raptors, they were going to... Yeah. Fuck off.
Like what was it? Send them out to Fallujah or something, he says.
I batter in. You tart. Obviously, to put it mildly, Pertwee is not happy with this information that he's just been given. And he starts swinging Liam Cunningham about. And then mid-fight, Liam Cunningham gets like red eyes and the claws start coming out. And basically ducks behind the table and then comes out like a fully fledged werewolf. And this bit always, and I mean this from a place I love, always takes me out the film because it's very like, now you see me, now you don't, now I'm here again. Like, it's so daft.
As just said, I would like to have seen one transformation.
Yeah.
Maybe they couldn't do it right. Maybe they had a plan for it, but it is a bit like the camera just pans and next minute it's just, oh hell, is it? What the fuck, guys?
Aye, into I like what they give us though, where like the eyes go red and you see the nails getting longer.
Oh, yeah.
That is always a wee bit in a transformation, like whether it be vampire, werewolf, anything like that. I love when you see people's nails like getting longer and stuff, like getting more fucked up. Like that bit always scratches my wee brain. So once we get the reveal of the like hide and seek werewolf, Liam Cunningham like leaps out the window and he's away. He's gone. So this is where Megan, this drip feeding them information, adding to her shiftiness, right, reveals that she knows who the werewolves are. The werewolves are actually the owners of the cottage that they are currently in, and that they're good people and you shouldn't kill them and blah, blah, blah. And Kevin McKidd's like, no, they've basically wiped out my whole fucking team. These cunts are getting obliterated. Do you know what I mean?
You can't keep them living.
Do you know what I mean? They then also, like, Megan is like, oh, werewolves like to hide in dark, cold places, blah, blah, blah. And then they're all like, oh, the barn. They're all in the fucking barn. So they basically make, like, a homemade bomb and blow up the barn.
They decide they're going to use the Jeep to blow up the barn because that's where their feeding place or where they pack. That's what she said. Oh, this is where the pack would, like, live or whatever it is, werewolves there, don't really know.
Never met one myself.
But by doing that, that's like, we'll use the Jeep. That's your only mode of escape.
Aye, you're never getting to Fort William now.
Aye, the hell of a jog, boys.
So, barn go boom, and we think the werewolves are away, right? Funnily enough, but there's still like 15 minutes left of this movie, so something fuck is afoot. Pertwee then figures out that he's basically going to be the next Liam Cunningham. Like, he's already been slashed and intestines everywhere. He knows he's going to turn at some point. So he does the kind of honourable thing and is like that to Kevin McKidd. When my time comes, fucking take me out the game. Like, I'm like, and does the whole like army metaphor of like, as a leader, you know when to give up and when to pass the buck and blah, blah, blah. Yeah,
because you start seeing it, because obviously having his intestines pulled out, bitten by a border collie and that, he gets up and he's moving about and all that, like, he should not be able to move.
Aye, he's mobile as fuck.
Yeah, so they sort of kind of realise is that, no, this is happening to me because his wounds and that are healing, like, obviously far quicker than what they should. I mean, he should be dead, but we'll gloss over that for the movie. Aye. So he's kind of like, no, I'm going to be a werewolf as well, so then you get the big, oh no, leave me to die, do all that carry on, you know what I mean?
Got yourself, Pertwee, you're noble as fuck, big man. Right, this is it, troops. This is the final showdown. You've got Spoons, McKidd, Liam Cunningham's out the window, and Sam the collie, right? This is literally, and Megan, fucking Megan. This is literally it. And this is where we get the quote-unquote plot twist that Megan's an arsehole.
Yeah.
That turns out Megan is part of the werewolf pack and the werewolves were never in the barn. They were in the basement. And this is where you get, it's such a fucking cool shot. And I remember this picture on the back of the VHS. That's aged me about 10 years there. But it's her in the middle as these three big werewolves kind of unfurl from the background and Megan starts to transform. Now, if you didn't see it coming that Megan was going to double cross them, troops, really look inward at yourselves.
Yeah, if you've seen this and you're shocked, then my God, I've got a bridge to sell you.
100%. And basically, she's made them destroy all modes of transport, trapping them in the cottage, and they're basically going to finish them off.
Yeah. That, and she lets them in. That's what she says. I've unlocked the doors.
Yes. So they're all coming in.
Yeah. Like, you're fucked now.
Yeah. So, you know, if it was me in that situation, I'd be shiting myself. But not our Kevin McKidd. Kevin McKidd's having fucking none of it, right? So Pertwee's like, while I'm still alive, I'll fucking help you get out of this. But the moment my time comes, fucking knock me out.
Get me out of here.
So they're fighting off the werewolves in their own mental ways. Pertwee's somehow made a flamethrower. He's fucking burning them all. Spoons is just throwing anything and everything in the kitchen at them. Pots, plates, knives.
No. Spoon's fight with a werewolf is one of the best ever.
Yeah.
He decides, if he throws a frying pan, like a glass bottle, then he's basically like, well, fucking come ahead then.
Yeah.
And he starts punching fuck at this thing.
Yep.
Then as soon as he's gave it his best, the thing just looks at him like, right, my turn.
Right? And then just before, because Spoons knows he's about to get eaten, he goes, I hope I give you the shits, big man.
Aye.
And then just gets ripped apart and you're like, farewell, Spoons, you were a good egg. You were a fucking good egg.
He went out swinging.
100%.
Like, that was hilarious. Just him just punching fuck out of this guy in a suit, man. Look, the poor fucking stunt guy. Well, fucking calm down.
That fucking hurts now, big man.
You might be fucking acting, you arsehole. No, his fight with him is just fucking class.
Aye, poor man out for Spoons. Poor man out. Kevin McKidd and Sean Pertwee managed to, like, they're like ripping through walls and shit. They're like...
Yeah, they run upstairs and basically Sean Pertwee's in the bathroom.
Yep.
Like, a leg against the door to do it. Then I think, again, Kevin McKidd goes into the room, but they can kind of realise that, right, you can put in this wall. I mean, it's a cottage. The walls aren't exactly... Yeah. It's not a full stone cottage.
Yeah.
But then they end up just sort of, like, by breaking through rooms together, trying to get away.
Like, straight through walls, man. Yeah.
Like, that bit alone was really cool.
Yeah.
Like, see just, like, how small everything was, and it's just... You wouldn't think to do that, but it's just class, that whole... Like, the whole, like, 5-10 minutes that is just brilliant.
Yeah, totally. So they make their way back into the kitchen, and Pertwee's like, there's a basement... Go, get in the basement, I'll sort it off. And my kid's like, no, you're coming with me. And Pertwee's like, we've already fucking had this conversation, big man. It's fucking happening. Boost. So Pertwee, I don't know if sacrifices himself is the right term, but like, sacrifices himself basically for Kevin McKidd. Yeah. And makes sure that Kevin McKidd's in the basement. And then he turns on all the gas hobs and basically blows the cottage up.
Because they basically shoot through the floor of
That's it.
And one of the rooms are trapped in the cupboard. The things are batting through, and is it right? Give me that. They boot themselves through the kit, and it drops a gas cylinder.
That's it.
Yeah, it's one of those ones that like it shows you it, so you like that bit has a whole like part to itself, so you can kind of see right. That's going to be used at some point. But it's really cool. The whole see the ending of this, like it's the most action packed you'll probably see in it, but it's just brilliant.
This whole movie's action packed, but like I feel like we might have made a mess trying to tell the plot of this movie, but things happen so fast in this film. Like, see, when we were watching this movie, trying to take notes, we had to pause it like several times because we were like, about 12 things have happened in 5 minutes. Like,
oh yeah, I feel, and this is just like you get 10 minutes of fucking mentalness, werewolves breaking in and that, then it's a 5-minute breather just to progress the story along. It's unrelenting, it just doesn't stop for a minute.
Ooh, unrelenting. Ooh, cheese baguettes. So Kevin McKidd's in the basement being like, poor man out for my brothers, like sacrificing themselves. But as he goes into this basement, there's like hanging bodies everywhere. So
Yeah.
like they show and don't tell, but basically they're clearly keeping hikers and campers and all this for them to feast on.
Yeah.
Which I'm kind of like, why are you keeping all of, like, because you're only a werewolf 1 to 3 nights of the month, right? So like, are you eating them as people, or are you eating them like, are you, because some of the bodies are like black and rotted and swinging about and others are quite fresh, and I'm like, if you're a big bastard werewolf, you're going to have hoovered that one person on your one day.
I think it'd probably more so they can't find any traces of them, because where it is very remote. The only mistake they've made is doing it with the campers in the tent.
Yes.
Because they've left evidence.
Yeah.
So I imagine it would just be, right, if we just take them with us, or maybe after the day after they transform back, like they need to just gather everything. Whereas this time, with the army and special forces coming, they weren't able to.
Yeah, fair enough. There's so many A's, but not bad A's. Like, we'll get to that when we get to A.
Yeah.
But, like, I'm slagging this movie, but this movie's fucking class. Do you know what I mean? So, anyway, yeah. Kevin McKidd's basically walking through, like, do you know what this part reminds me of in, like, a really grim way? Now when you go to, like, fun houses at, like, the carnival and that, and there's always the, like, blow-up tubes that you need to, like, fight your way through to get to the next bit. That's what this bit reminds me of, except it's, like, rotted bodies. Do you know what I mean?
Classic.
Yeah, listen. Anyway, McKidd reunites with his best pal, Sam the Collie, and then big bastard Liam Cunningham werewolf fucking appears from nowhere. How the fuck did this guy get in the basement? But no bother. And basically, it's like Kevin McKidd and Sam the Collie versus this werewolf, and this is the showdown that you're looking for. And like, McKidd gets a good few licks in. Do you know what I mean? He's like fair taking him out, and they have their good old tussle. Sam the Collie's like biting ankles and having none of it. And then after a good scrap, McKidd shoots Cunning Wolf.
Cunning Wolf.
Here.
Check you out.
Here.
You fucking arsehole.
Here.
Chase yourself, you.
Listen. He shoots big Cunning Wolf in the face. Here, that works in more ways than one, but because wolves are cunning, and his name is Cunningham. I am so fucking smart.
Oh, fucking shut up.
Oh, I'm a fucking genius, Trips. Anyway, shoots Cunning Wolf in the face. The end. Boof. No more werewolves.
I think you're missing the worst part of this.
What have I missed?
It's when he starts fighting him with a sword, and he tries to put in. This is the most toe-curling.
Yeah.
So he tries to hit Cunning Wolf with a sword. Somehow he ends up getting it.
Aye, the wolf gets the sword, aye.
And he things it between his teeth.
Aye.
And you hear the scraping as he's trying to push it, and I was like, oh.
That is also because you've got dental trauma, but do you know what I mean?
That's got to have fucking hurt.
I can't imagine anything worse, man. I mean, I can imagine anything to do with eyes would be a lot worse, but...
No, that would be fucking grim.
I understand why teeth are for good. I mean, I actually forgot all about that bit. I was just trying to write my notes that fucking quickly. I'm like,
No, that's a fucking, that's a tough scene.
Fair. So, honestly, right, so Kevin McKidd, right, survived his whole army getting wiped out. Well, I say his army, his wee squad. His whole squad getting wiped out by werewolves. Fought all these werewolves. Took a dent to the front toe off of a sword for Cunning Wolf. I'm going to keep saying that because I'm a fucking genius. All for the very end of the movie to be a picture of Kevin McKidd outside the blown up cottage, and it says like, werewolves ate my platoon. So basically he's in like this movie's version of like The Digger, or like all those pish like what's on magazines, like
it's like papers in the early 2000s, like they had like these like stupid bits which basically just ripping the piss out of people.
100%. There's an alien living in Cornwall and all this kind of shit.
He was part of the mad weird bit.
Yeah.
Nobody believed him. Why would they?
Pour one out. Justice for Kevin McKidd. And scene. End of Dog Soldiers.
Pretty much, aye.
I'm going to ask you a question.
All right.
Right. Where do you think this movie falls in, like, if somebody was to say to you, what's a great werewolf movie to watch, where would you rank this movie? Like, would this be like the first movie you'd be like, oh, you need to watch Dog Soldiers? Or are you going Wallace and Gromit, Curse of the Were-Rabbit kind of vibes? Do you know what I mean?
It would just depend on what they're wanting.
That's the thing, isn't it?
Because American Werewolf in London
That's the classic, isn't it?
But it's not really a horror elements, but this one's more straight up horror.
Yeah.
You want fantasy, you could do like the Underworld movies and all that.
Yes, big Michael Sheen.
Aye. I think it just purely depends on what people are after. If they want a horror movie, I would say this every time.
Yeah. Okay, fair enough.
What about you?
See, I don't know, because I'm the same as you. Like, I think, like, American Werewolf in London would be the first one that comes into your head just because that is the classic. Do you know what I mean? But also there's been a right renaissance in, like, werewolf movies now. Like, there's been 2 werewolf, like, was it this year or last year? And it was, like, basically 2 werewolf movies that look the exact same, came out, like, a month apart.
Oh, yeah.
It was, like, Wolfman and The Wolf or something.
Yeah.
It was something daft like that.
You had the Purge one, remember? Big Frank Grillo.
Oh, yeah. I can't remember what that was called, but yeah. It was, like, a Purge for werewolves. That was okay.
Yeah, that's what I mean, is that werewolves are more... You can put them in different genres, whereas vampires, it tends to be strictly... like horror themed.
Yeah.
Like werewolves, you can have like these fucking schlocky action movies, like the Frank Grillo one. Can't remember the name of it for the life of me. But it's like you have more variety with werewolves, and you can do different things.
Yeah, well, I mean, you've got Ginger Snaps, which is like the Jennifer's Body of werewolf movies. Yeah. You've got, obviously, your favourite Van Helsing. There's that movie, oh my God, what's it called? Jesse Eisenberg and Christina Ricci. And the dog scratches them, and Jesse Eisenberg becomes a werewolf.
I know, I can't remember the name.
It's not The Howling, but it's something like that. Howl or something like that. Obviously, again, you can go down the comedy route of, like, Teen Wolf.
Oh, yeah.
With Marty McFly himself.
I mean, that and a lot of TV shows that do it. But you have the Teen Wolf TV show and all that as well.
I mean, did we shout out Twilight New Moon?
I mean, werewolves are in it.
That's the thing, though. You're saying Underworld. That's like vampires versus werewolves. That's where you can have like your Van Helsings, your New Moons, your Dark Shadows, even. Do you know what I mean? Like, God, we seem to know an awful lot about werewolves for being like, I'm not that arsed.
I'm not arsed. It's just we don't. There's a lot of bad ones out there. Let's put it that way.
Yeah, I feel like you can make a really tacky. Oh, speaking of tacky werewolf movies. Does this count as a werewolf movie? There was one, I watched it with Lee, and Jason Momoa's in it, and I genuinely think it's just called Wolf. And, like, Jason Momoa is, like, the main guy of the werewolf, and he's, like, trying to take the power for bad, but, like, the other ones are trying to take it for... It was a lot of pish, but the transformation in it was cool. Like, from what I remember, like, genuinely, this was, like, a Sunday morning, like, movie, and, like... The transformation was cool, but the rest of the movie was fucking awful.
Sounds about right.
Yeah.
Right, so what's your let's go moment then?
So I was between 2. I was between the suit up moment, because everybody loves a suit up moment. Like, you've got the Claymore, the electric knife, living your best life. But mine is, like, basically the end of the movie. See when Megan, like, reveals that she is a werewolf, and then it's that... the 3 werewolves standing above her. That bit is so fucking cool, and it's such like an image from this movie that's like ingrained in my brain that like that's got to be my let's go moment. Do you know what I mean? I always remember this being like a video. Like, do you remember when like you would go to like Blockbuster on a Saturday or something and pick the movie for the weekend? And I always remember like picking this movie up and turning it over and seeing that picture, and then like. When you went to other people's houses and they had it on video, I was like, oh, do you know what I mean? It was one of those ones for me. What about you?
Mine's the same. It's basically once Kevin McKidd and Sean Pertwee get up the stairs.
Yes.
Like, the survival bit there, I've always found that very cool.
Yeah.
Like, they make great use of, like, the space and all that, and just how fucked, like, they feel, how much... like how intense it is. Like, I feel it just ramps up for them.
You always love stuff like that. It's like when you watch John Wick and he's like super fucked and managed to run away, and you're like, yes. Yeah. Like, I feel like in another life you were like a survivalist or something like that.
I fucking wish.
No, in this life you're no, but definitely in another one. Like, you're very like, you always like those bits of movies where they're like, they use the mad things to get out of stuff. Yeah. Like, that's so vague, but you know what I mean?
It's just how creative they are. And as I've said, this movie had to be creative because it's... I mean, there's 2 sets in this, and it's just they had to use the same space and that, so is it, right, how can we just be different
totally.
in this part? It works.
No, totally. And honestly, like, this would be an example in my head of, like, low budget but looks incredible. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
of, like, how to make a movie on a budget that really stands up.
Oh, yeah, they knew what they had and, like, how they had to do it, and I think they executed it very well.
100%. What's your favourite scene?
You've already said it. It's when he punches fuck out of Sean Pertwee.
Yeah.
It's just class. Like, always gets me.
Mine's his Spoons fight.
Oh, yeah, no,
Like,
fair
it's
enough.
like, I hope I give you the shits. It's so fucking funny.
That's a belter as well. I'm proud of him for that.
100%. Right, I'll dive into useless information. I think you're going to like a lot of this. There wasn't really a lot of useless information. It was mostly like director's commentary and stuff like that, but
there's not a lot of information about this movie in general.
No, totally.
Like, I don't know if this done better when like VHS and DVD, but there's not a lot of stuff to look up for this film.
The film is supposed to be set in Scotland, but was actually filmed in Luxembourg.
Yeah.
Because I didn't know that, right? And I was sitting watching this and I was like, God, Scotland looks great. And then you were like, Lauren. Because it literally comes up at the end of like, thanks to the fucking city of Luxembourg. And I was like, bastards.
Yeah, there's like, they never film it on location. It's too expensive.
Unlike now, where every fucking movie is filmed in Scotland, like Running Man, Frankenstein are the very fucking recent ones. This new Samuel L. Jackson, J.J. Abrams one that nobody seems to know what it's called, but it's all over the city getting filmed. Like, I feel like definitely in the past few years, we are filming it, but then I feel like we're not really filming in Scotland for it to be Scotland. We're filming in it to be something else, like Indiana Jones, World War Z.
Oh, yeah.
I feel like the only thing that's filmed here that's for Scotland is like Outlander, and everybody and their ma's an Outlander. Do you know what I mean?
It's just cheaper for these American productions to come over here.
Yeah.
Like, look at what in Indiana Jones, they changed the whole of the city centre essentially.
Totally. I remember we went round because that was before we got married, and we were like, do you think they'll lend us a car for our wedding car?
Yeah, I mean, it's I don't understand. I mean, obviously, if you want to film in New York and that, it's got like you would need to shut down the street and it's too busy. Whereas
they turned the salt market into New York.
So we're not as populated, obviously, but like they think you ship everybody over, the whole cast, whole crew and that, and it's cheaper. That's insane to me.
I know, 100%. When they turned George Square into, is it Chicago?
No,
Philadelphia, that was it. Because that was really cool. Like, that's, I mean, obviously there's been others, and like, because they've done Fast and Furious here as well. Well, a tiny bit of Fast and Furious.
They're filming Spider-Man 4. Is it this year or next year as well?
I remember you telling me this.
Yeah,
Stunning.
they're filming parts of that here as well.
Go see Big Zendaya and Tom Holland cutting about.
We'll try.
But I remember when World War Z came here, and that felt like, to me anyway, that felt like the big one. Do you know what I mean? Where like everybody was going down to George Square to see what was going on, and like it was cool. Like you saw the taxis, you could see, and it was, remember when the trailer for World War Z came out and George Square is like right in the trailer, and we were like, yes.
Yeah, that's it. I mean, it does give you like a sneak peek into how they make these, and the effort like they put in for that is like, that's probably been the biggest effort like we've seen for a whole transformation.
Absolutely.
It's unreal. Great.
Whatever it is they're filming the now for the Samuel L. Jackson one, I mean, we're not going to find out until it all comes out, but they've shut off like back lanes at the bottom of town, and they've made it kind of, I don't know if cyberpunk's the right word, but it's like neon and all that kind of vibe down like back alleys and stuff. There's full like facades of like buildings and stuff down these wee alleys, and it's funny, like alleys that you would never walk down to go home, is like Samuel L. Jackson and Glenn Powell are just cutting about these places.
Should keep them.
Yeah, totally. I think so too. Like when they were filming Running Man with Glenn Powell, they were filming it up at the RSC. And remember, they had all the, like, they made all the traffic lights and made everything look super dystopian. I was like, God, it'd be so cool if you could just keep, like, at least one thing. Do you know what I mean? Make, like, an art galleries exhibition out of it or something. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, that's one of the good things the council's done, is that I think they've made it cheaper for them to do it, and I think they give them grants as well for stuff.
Yeah.
I'm not 100% on that, but I mean, it's welcome these, like, big Hollywood productions here, and bit of repping up for Glasgow. You can't beat it.
Absolutely. Well, you and me were down seeing when Frankenstein was getting filmed and at Park Circus Park, and it was so cool. Like, obviously, you and me saw like the car and the horses during the day, and then we went back out at night, and it was all like smoke machines and carriages, and they were super chill with like us just standing there. Like, we obviously weren't getting in the way. If there are two background extras smoking a cigarette, that is us.
Smoking a stout. All right there, Frankie boy.
I 100%. See, if we end up the fucking background of this movie, that's that. Like, this is no longer 10 out of 10 would watch again. This is just the two extras for Frankenstein.
Like, Frankie, you're a dick.
I big Mia Goth, and because Shia LaBeouf was scrapping people down at the salt market apparently,
and fighting with people in Edinburgh.
Yeah.
Fucking psycho.
I know. Well, he is a prick.
Oh well, right.
Anyway, sorry. Yeah, that was another tangent about Scotland. We'll move on. So, someone did do the research, and apparently this movie takes place between the 1st and 2nd of September 2001, as England really did beat Germany 5-1, and both of those nights were a full moon.
Makes sense.
So, big up to whoever researched that on the internet.
So that, they've just got very lucky.
Yeah. There is very little CGI used in this movie. All of the werewolves are either animatronics or dancers in bodysuits on stilts. So dancers were cast to play the werewolves to show that they can be graceful and elegant, which I feel like when you know, like I knew that before we watched it, like I did all my useless information before we pressed play, and I feel like knowing that it was dancers, I was like, oh, okay, cool, because like you see when he like comes through the window, it's very like knees to elbows and all that kind of stuff.
Like there's a certain flexibility that people don't have other than dancers.
Totally, yeah. I feel like if it had been stuntmen, it would have been a bit wooden. Do you know what I mean? Whereas,
especially having all that gear on, like that would imagine that would weigh you down something awful.
Absolutely, and like they are quite graceful for being werewolves. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
In the scene where Pertwee asks McKidd to knock him out, McKidd went to go in with a stage punch but misjudged the distance and full on cracked Pertwee in the face.
Leathered him. Quite right.
Pertwee said he didn't feel it because he was drunk for that scene, which leads us in nicely to the next fact. Pertwee went to the director and said, "Can I have a drink or two to really bring in drunk acting?" And the director went, "I nae bother," thinking that it would be one or two drinks, and Pertwee came back full leathered. So like that's not acting. Pertwee is straight up pissed. Like,
well, do you know what? It works.
100%. Some of the corpses hanging in the basement were created for and used in 1997's Event Horizon, which Sean Pertwee also starred in.
Think you knew them?
I thought that was really cool. I thought it was like, do you think they've been like, they're going to come in this movie, but going to see if there's anything you can snag for that big budget movie?
Aye. Fuck, I remember him. He was alright.
Pertwee walking out the set with all these dummies under his arm, like, oh, nothing to see here.
What are you doing? I'm going to Luxembourg.
So the director added in a few wee homages to like some of his inspirations. So one of the soldiers is called Bruce Campbell in honour of the Evil Dead actor. Pertwee's character is called Harold Wells for H.G. Wells, and there's a part where Pertwee turns around and says, "There is no spoon," which is apparently an homage to The Matrix, which I'm like, that's quite a crowbar. Do you know what I mean?
That one's a bit out there.
Aye, but why you're in, big man? Do you know what I mean?
His movie can do what he likes.
Listen, when we make our movie, Ross, we're doing fucking everything.
Oh yeah, 100%.
So I've only got two of who was almost in it. So Jason Statham was offered the role of Kevin McKidd, but backed out to do John Carpenter's Ghosts of Mars.
Oh, fucking hell.
Right?
That's a terrible movie.
Right? I was like, all right, Statham. I wondered if Statham would have, like, if this would have, like, bumped him up faster.
I mean, I suppose it's John Carpenter, though. Like,
you're going to.
Aye, do you turn that down for an indie movie with fucking Neil Marshall?
Yeah, that's true. I do feel like this movie's held up a bit better than Ghost of
Oh
Mars,
no,
though.
I'm not. This movie's far better than Ghost of Mars, but you say you worked with John Carpenter, fucking Halloween. Do you know what I mean? It's
100%.
legendary horror director. 100%, you would need to do it.
100%. Simon Pegg was also offered the role of Kevin McKidd's character Cooper, but turned it down after Edgar Wright told him to save his first horror appearance for a little film that they were just writing called Shaun of the Dead.
Ah, well, that's the right choice.
I agree. I agree. But there wasn't really much else of like who was almost in it. Like basically everyone that's in it is in it.
Yeah.
Like I was just surprised like of Jason Statham, but I think Jason Statham made the wrong choice, but Simon Pegg absolutely. Do you know what I mean?
Oh no, Simon Pegg wouldn't be who he is without Shaun of the Dead.
I totally agree. I'm not controversial trips, and this might lose us a couple of listeners. We are not a massive fan of the Cornetto trilogy in this household. Do you know what I mean?
I
like Shaun of the Dead. I personally can't stand Hot Fuzz, but you like Hot Fuzz.
Hot Fuzz is alright, but it's kind of samey. Like, they kind of just do the same jokes, except it's just in different settings.
Yeah.
I'll give you that, but that End of the World one.
World's End, that was awful.
Terrible movie.
Yeah. I'll stand by Shaun of the Dead.
Oh, yeah.
But I'm not fucked about there too. But I feel like whenever I say I don't like Hot Fuzz, people are like, "Oh my god, what do you mean you don't like Hot Fuzz?" I'm like, that's in the same level as like, what do you mean you don't like Breaking Bad? Fuck off.
Yeah.
Like, leave me alone.
It has its moments, but all in all, it's not as good as Shaun of the Dead anyway.
Yeah.
Like, nah.
I say that as in like I'm annoyed for people calling me out for not liking things, and then if someone turns around and is like, "Oh, I think Jaws is shite," I'm like, "What?" Like, do you know what I mean? Like,
No, I get you.
I'm also a massive movie fascist as well. Do you know what I mean?
Everybody is.
Everybody thinks their taste in movies is great and their taste in music is great, and only some of us are correct.
Oh.
Right, will we dive in?
Aye, right. Do I go first?
No, you batter and Ross. You'll have some belters here.
Well, I've only got a couple.
Right.
So, Megan.
Fucking Megan.
I don't understand the Megan character.
No.
Like, none of it.
It's not even like she's used to like move the story along.
No.
Like there could have been other ways for them to get to that cottage. Like they were rolling down a hill as is. They could have just been running like fuck. Do you know what I mean?
What I don't get about her is, was she trying to save them? Was she trying to set them up to be fed? And also, how did she not turn?
Yeah, rapid.
Yeah.
Yeah, because she only turns at the end of the film. Yeah.
The timing of the turning for her, because I'm going to assume she wasn't just scratched that day.
No.
So I don't...
They make it out, the photo of the neighbours, she's the one that took it. So she's like with them. Do you know what I mean?
So I don't understand what the deal is with her.
She says that she left uni and came to Scotland to find herself and found the werewolves instead. But I agree with you because she goes from being like their pal to then trying to throw them under the bus. But then there's also this kind of weird, are you trying to fire into Kevin McKidd or not? Because Kevin McKidd's playing this as a straight soldier. He's not got time for romance.
Yeah, he's not interested.
Whereas she's like, oh, hello. Like, the character of Megan could have been changed or just dropped entirely. Yeah. Like, you didn't need her at all.
No.
Like, because she didn't really say anything apart from, I've been studying these werewolves. Like, do you know what I mean?
Yeah, like, her whole thing, plus her transformation is just too convenient. But, Megan is just... It's a nonsense character.
I agree.
There is no need for her whatsoever.
I agree. She's not even used in, like, an ex machina sense.
Shut
up.
Ex machina.
Shut up, you know what I mean?
Look at me Googling words.
Fuck up. She's not even used in, like, an ex machina sense of the word. It's not even about shuffling things along. It's not even about, like, exposition. Do you know what I mean? She's literally just like, I studied the werewolves. They hang about in a gang. Oh, look. Like, do you know what I mean?
Yeah, oh, it's pish.
Whereas, like, if you didn't have her in it, you probably could have found a way to get them to the cottage, or, like, that they figure out there's another motor. Or, do you know what I mean? Like, I feel like if you'd have just kept it as the Squaddies versus, like, Liam Cunningwolf, then...
Off.
No, listen, I'm proud of that. That, it would have, like, you could have got somewhere quicker rather than her just being annoying.
She was basically just needed to get them from the Highlands to the cottage.
Yeah. And then she could have fucked off. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, they could have killed her off. Give her the transformation after, like, she could have got scratched at the fucking, as she got them.
Yeah.
But then she would still be like, right, I know these people, they've done this to me, I'm going to let them in. Like, there was no need for all the secrecy and all that.
See, I wouldn't even have done that. I'd have had her, like, even if she came and picked them up and took them back to the cottage, like, as soon as they all got out the front door, she gets, like, that Texas Chainsaw Massacre thing where they, like, pull her back through the door. Get something like that, because then they would be right on the back foot. Do you know what I mean? Like, oh, fuck, like, make it this mad rogue 5-minute character that you think's going to be a helper, and then it's like, you've been munched.
I'd argue that,
I'm going to chime in now and say I don't think the music in this movie goes well with the film. It's this, like, booming, swelling orchestra music, and I'm like, we don't need that, babe. Like, I think this movie, considering they came out round about the same time, I'm not saying copy the 28 Days Later soundtrack, but that's obviously, like, used orchestral music with, like, some dance music with, like 28 Days Later soundtrack's really all over the shop, but that's got that really iconic, like, theme song.
Oh, yeah.
And I feel like Dog Soldiers could have used a bit more of that kind of thing rather than just hear some cellos, do you know what I mean?
Yeah, it is very out of place.
I agree. I mean, I do agree, it's my point.
Yeah, you should agree with your point.
I'm so smart.
Right, my other one is, see when they're doing the training?
What one? The first one or the Kevin McKidd special?
No, when the squaddies and that are all there.
Right, okay.
Then they go to the special ops bit and they see all this stuff and they say, "Oh right, they've been wiped out by a military force or something." He says, something actual stupid.
Aye.
Right, switch to live rounds. Is it? You knew this was a test.
Yeah.
Why would you automatically assume? How often is these mad insurgents in the Highlands?
I guerrilla army outside Fort William.
It's like, it says it's a guerrilla unit or something, is it? Aye, because that's where they all go. That's where they all go to train.
I would see them all the time. Aye.
Is it? You jump to conclusions, so you'll believe that wholeheartedly. But as soon as somebody says to you, by the way, I think that's werewolves, like, pish.
You would rather believe in an imaginary militia. Yeah.
That bit just strikes me as, maybe somebody should have said to him, this is still a test, by the way.
Yeah.
We're still doing this drill, so maybe we should try and sort something here.
Aye, 100%. I want to know how, now, I understand it's a stone cottage, right? But how did nobody smell the rotten corpses coming from the basement? Because some of those things were just black, like rotted, black, bloated corpses.
Aye. Maybe just amidst all the fucking mentalness, you're not really thinking, oh, this stinks.
Ross, if you walked into I've never smelled a dead body, but allegedly, according to every movie ever, it's a smell you're never going to forget, and you're going to know exactly what it is the second you smell it. So the second I smell a dead body, I'll be like, that's what they were talking about. But I don't know. I understand it's stone, right? And stone's pretty fucking solid. But like, you've got to get a waft of something. There's a hole in the fucking mortar somewhere where you're like, what the fuck is that?
I know, I'll give you that. Maybe they just thought it was fucking Sean Pertwee when his wind was fucking gushed open.
That's true. Okay, fine. Right, I've got a pure stupid one, right? But I think it's telling, right?
Yeah.
Do you think Kevin McKidd took a liking to dogs and was super protective of them because a cat was the reason he died in Trainspotting? Listen!
Fuck off!
Listen! Do I have a point or do I have a point?
Jesus fucking Christ.
Am I wrong or am I wrong?
You know what? I'll say aye. I'll just say aye. I'm not arguing with you on it.
Listen, I've never seen Kevin McKidd with a cat again since Trainspotting. Just fucking saying, big man.
Could be the. I've never watched Grey's Anatomy. He might have a cat in that.
Anybody who's watched Grey's Anatomy, let us know, but I don't think he's got a cat.
I mean, the guy's been in it for about fucking 15, 20 years. I don't know at this stage.
That's the thing, like, I always get recommended to watch Grey's Anatomy, but, like, knowing that it's, like, 29 seasons and it's still fucking going.
Oh, no, fuck that.
Like, I will sit through ER till the cows come home, right? But ER is, like, 12 seasons of greatness.
Yeah.
Grey's Anatomy's probably class as well, but 29 seasons and counting. Trips, how much time do you think I've got,
a
man?
bit extreme, isn't it?
Into it. Right, we'll dive into best kill, worst kill. What have you got?
I mean, the best kill's Spoons.
Yeah,
Like,
I've got Spoons
Yeah,
as well.
it's just, I mean, what else? It's the most creative one, and it's the one where, like, the most shit happens, because the werewolf ones in this is very, oh, we'll just eat them, or it's off camera. His is you actually see the damage, like, being done to him.
What's your worst one?
Mine's is just Liam Cunningham killing the dog.
Yeah, fair
Like,
enough.
What a cunt.
Yeah, no, I'll give you that. Poor man out for that, Doug.
Then deserve better.
I didn't really have a worst kill. I'll go off yours, but I'll steal yours because I'm the same as you. Like, see, basically what you've said for best kill, I'm going to say for worst kill of, like, again, in a werewolf movie, there's only so many ways you can be killed, and they're all pretty grim. Do you know what I mean? Like, maybe, like, Bruce Campbell at the start who gets impaled, but, like, just because he's out the game. But
Yeah, that's basically, there's only a few ways you can do it.
Aye.
Aye.
Who's your worst guy whose hairline's
Oh,
receding?
Megan.
Have you got Megan?
Yeah.
I've got Liam Cunningham. Purely because he went to shit the dog.
Oh, you know what? I did have that originally. I was so, this guy keep ragging on him.
No, I feel you, but I feel like I love that you're like, I can't keep ragging on him, but I'm going to slag Megan for the 10th time this podcast.
She is the worst thing about this.
She is the worst. She is the weak link of the movie.
Yeah.
But I do feel like, Megan's an arsehole, but Liam Cunningham's walking about shooting German Shepherds, do you know what I mean?
No.
Fuck off. Fuck off.
Aye. Like, also the highest order.
Do you have anyone who's in a different movie?
No, really.
I had Megan because I want her to be in a different movie.
Well, fair enough. I mean,
I'm so clever this episode. I'm hitting out all these quips and you are just not picking them up fast enough.
Aye, because they're that good.
Fuck up.
But no, Megan, she's just a bad character. At a push, the guy constantly moaning about the football. And it's like, get a rest. We get you want to watch your football.
Aye, he's given like Danny Dyer movie.
Yeah.
He's in like, what was that Danny Dyer one that was out recently? Marching Powder. Aye, he's in that. He's like, oh, I want to go watch football with the lads. Like, shut up, you tart.
You're in the army. You know what you're going to sign up for. Piss off.
Aye, can't go to War of the Day trips England are playing.
Yeah.
Do you have an I'm out moment?
Nah.
No, near do I. It's done, isn't it? Like,
too much going on too quickly.
Totally. Like, again, I understand that the plot of us talking about this movie was a bit of a shambles, but genuinely the amount of times we had to, like, pause this movie to be like, fuck, right.
Yeah.
Write that down, write that down, write that down. Do you know what I mean? Like, we needed a minute to, like, gather. Like, do you know what I mean?
Gather our thoughts.
Now, after this episode, I don't want to hear about dog soldiers again until at least Halloween, because not only have we argued about dog soldiers during the Versus week, that's twice in a row we've tried to record this episode and the computer has fucked us over. So see if this episode doesn't fucking work, Trips. I don't care.
Fuck off.
Podcast is done, mate. It's done. Right. For 0 out of 10 this week, Trips, I think it's The Ritual.
Aye.
Right. We sat down and watched The Ritual, the Al Pacino, Dan Stevens exorcism movie, right? Now, I have a place in my heart for any type of exorcism movie, right? Like, the exorcism minimum is always worth the watch, right? Even if the movie's shit, the exorcism is always fucking cool. I love exorcism movies, right? And I really wanted to like this because when are you ever going to see Al Pacino play an exorcist? Do you know what I mean?
Oh, yeah. Like, it was such a bizarre... They done the right thing in, like, casting him as, like, in this, because that's the only reason people would go and see this.
Absolutely. So you had Al Pacino, Dan Stevens, the Beast from Beauty and the Beast, Downton Abbey, all that kind of shit.
He's done a lot of stuff.
He was in that Abigail.
Yeah.
Which could have been better. And Alice Cullen herself, the Queen of Twilight, Ashley Greene, who's looking smashing, by the way. And, right, I don't know. I kind of shimmied back and forward while we were watching this. At the start, I was like 0 out of 10. In the middle, I was like, maybe it's a 4 out of 10. And then it finished, and I was like, no, this is shite.
No, it wasn't good at all.
I really wanted to like it, though. But, like, as much as this movie was about an exorcism, The Exorcism is not, like, they're just letting Al Pacino cook. Do you know what I mean?
I mean, you say cook.
Well, simmer.
Yeah.
Slightly warm up. Do you know what I mean?
You can't make out a word he says in this movie.
No, his Italian accent's shocking. Dan Stevens is trying to do an American accent, but it just sounds like that like middle like 1920s English American accent sounds very like that. The lassie who plays the possessed girl was in The Chilling Tales of Sabrina, and she's not very good. Like, I feel like The Exorcism could have been ramped up a good few times, and it does that thing. This kind of suffers from the Paranormal Activity of it all, where like now Paranormal Activity is like night 1, night 2. This had like Ritual 1, Ritual 2, like, and it was only by like Ritual fucking 6, funnily enough, that they were like, oh, we've done it. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
but
we finally like got through to the demon.
I do, yeah.
It just didn't make any sense.
No.
And it was kind of all over the place, and Pacino's just, I know he's not really caring anymore, and fair dues to him, he's 85, but what are you doing, man?
No, he still had that wee twinkle in his eye.
No, but we slagged Russell Crowe for doing it.
Yeah, but Russell Crowe's shite. Russell Crowe
Al Pacino-
is terrible.
Al Pacino was shite in this.
Russell Crowe made Gladiator and A Fucking Beautiful Mind 2 movies. Al Pacino's got at least 6.
Yeah, but that doesn't mean he can be bad now.
Fucking, I can already hear Lee listening to this being like, don't you like Russell Crowe?
As I say, the guy has every right to do what he wants. He is like one of the fucking like legendary actors.
100%.
But just, if he's making shite, he's making shite. I'm sorry.
He's making a lot of shite now. Because he did a BuzzFeed puppy interview. He like punt this film and he just didn't care. He was like, let me roll about and play with puppies.
Yeah, he's just. I get he's just wanting to make his money, and he's got a new kid in at 85. Like,
Fuck
Jesus
that.
Christ.
Fuck that.
But just get a break, mate.
I know. Listen, I let him away with murder in this film because he wasn't very good, but I was like, oh, no.
Oh,
Do you know
by
what I mean?
far the best part about the movie.
100%.
But it just wasn't a good movie.
No, and Dan Stevens, I'm starting to think I've let him get away with too much.
Oh, aye.
Like, I genuinely think he's a good actor. He's just made bad movie choices. But at what point are you just shite?
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? And also, last point, I when this movie went from a 0 to a 3, I think it was like this movie didn't fuck about again. Like, this was another one that was like literally 6 minutes in. By the way, you're away to perform an exorcism, sorry. And I was like, oh, class, here we go. And then the pacing just really slowed down in the middle. And I was like, my guys, like, what's happening here? Like,
yeah, it was a cool idea that they were trying to show how it's affecting the nuns and the priests and all that, but stick with one or the other.
Yeah.
Like, you can't have it all both ways.
I agree. The possessed gal wasn't in it enough for me to give a fuck. Like, and it was all very generic. Like, my face is slightly grey. My teeth start to look shit. Oh, look, I've got some cuts all over me.
Yeah.
And I understand. Everything is... There's not really a fresh way to do an exorcism movie. Like, The Exorcist did it right. Me, personally, I love The Exorcism of Emily Rose because that's like a jury movie and a horror movie, and like, do you know what I mean? There's ways to do it, do you know what I mean? And there's got to be a funky fresh Cole Medina way to do an exorcism movie, but Al Pacino didn't find it, do you know what I mean? But I reckon Al Pacino was like sitting in the gaff being like, fuck it, I missed out on being in The Exorcist, I'll do this, do you know what I mean?
Well, he doesn't have a career to defend anymore. Like, everybody knows Al Pacino's like one of the top actors ever. So.
We've been letting him and De Niro get away with shit for years, man. They've been making pish for years. Yeah, Irishman, however you feel about it, could be like the bit in the middle. But basically from like... Now, I like Meet the Fockers, but basically from like Meet the Parents onwards for De Niro. Yeah. And then Pacino being in that fucking... with Jack and Jill movie with Sandler. Like,
and he did get fucked off for money, but that, regardless, that's a different podcast on its own.
People, but people let Robert De Niro and Al Pacino away with murder because they made Godfather, Taxi Driver, fucking Serpico, blah 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 blah. Do you know what I mean?
They've done their time. Like, they're entitled to just make paycheck movies now.
100%. But The ritual goes between a 0 out of 10 for the week and a 3 out of 10 for the week. But watch it if there's fuck all else to watch. But I wouldn't rush to see it. Do you know what I mean?
Once it's out streaming or whatever, just get a switch, turn it off.
Yeah.
Don't worry about it.
100%.
Forget about it.
Forget about it. Right. Because the computer mucked us over and this episode is now 2 weeks late, you are getting a bonus episode next week. It is an absolute banger, trips, and I'm not going to tell you here, but keep an eye on Instagram because I'm going to put up a wee name that movie and see who can guess what it is we're doing.
Yeah.
But I'm telling you right now, trips, you're in for it. Do you know what I mean? See you next week. Bye.
Bye.